Do we have power to the fucking board this
Yes,
time?
we do.
Yo, puppy.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
I'm Joe, and underneath me is Tolly. That
I'm
sounded
Shannon.
wrong.
Tyler's going to be a little bit distracted for a while. But yeah, no,
We have a lot to talk about.
I was going to say, I would ask what people have been playing, but it's basically Warzone, and Breath of the Wild. So,
And Stellaris.
and Stellaris, I forgot. Which, by the way, Midweek Madness right now. Stellaris plus 2 expansions is $12.
No, that's 24. The starter pack is 24. The Galaxy Edition is 12. The Galaxy Edition just gets you like the soundtrack and the digital art book and all that kind of stuff. That gets you, the Galaxy Edition gets you the base game and the collectibles, the digital collectibles. The Stellaris starter pack is $24, and that gets you Stellaris and then the Apocalypse expansion and the Utopia expansion.
And all of the expansions are currently on sale as well, except for the new one that just came out. Which
It's a dice set you bought.
it's a dice set I bought for Forgotten Realms.
These are so
Dude, the D20s are massive.
I was gonna say, so one of the holy fucking shit.
Look
at that.
They're big.
They're very light though. How much was they?
So
I'm
the
sticking with what I
full set. So the white bottom that's actually cards.
Okay.
So there's characters and locations within Sword Coast and
What is that?
Forgotten Realms.
Oh, it's 20.
Oh, for sure. Nice.
It will never do that again.
Probably not. No. No. The full set is 25,
That's not bad.
and then the Wild Mount book is 50. I got both Explorer's Guide to Wild Mount and the dice set for 48.
that's not bad.
Considering that's supposed to be 50 and that's supposed to be
Yeah.
25, so it's supposed to be 75.
I need this book.
I
need this book right now.
I've already told both of them, but we were talking on the car on the way here.
Yeah.
Big news of the entire week.
Joe is converting to Buddhism.
Yes, I am.
That was extremely
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I am.
I always thought that was going to happen sometime soon. I was just waiting.
I'm gonna be moving out to my own little deserted island where I'm gonna go through and start building my own
Wait,
happy
it's an
little
entire
village.
island of desserts?
But
Is it all
so
inclusive?
The no, Tom Nook charges you a lot for it.
Oh my god.
No, the Xbox fully got unveiled and the PlayStation 5 fully got unveiled.
Wow.
The specs,
I like how every one of you was like,
but the weirdest thing about the PlayStation 5 that I was telling them. So,
By the way, this is Candy. Adrian's like, y'all be fat asses, please get rid of this shit.
not formatted. Understand that. Not formatted. The internal drive of the PlayStation 5 is an 825 gigabyte SSD.
the whole pack.
Okay.
Down? There's like 4 of them in here.
825 gigs.
Yep, so not even a terabyte.
Not a terabyte. 825.
Big league chew.
Haven't had this shit in so long.
Oh, that's probably horrible for a podcast, though. Just be chewing into the mic.
10,000%, but I'm still gonna do it anyway.
Oh,
you know
no,
why we
it's
have all
great.
this candy?
Halloween 6 years ago.
No,
Yuzu gummy candy.
because it's all 90s candy from my
Oh,
party.
yeah.
And candy lasts forever. Best by June of 2021. Oh, wait, 2020, sorry.
The other thing that I thought was weird
Stickers
is
in there?
they said that the PS5,
I don't know.
it's going to be backwards compatible
Yuzu's really good.
with about 100 games from start.
Sounds about right.
Which is just like, why?
But they literally said they were like, what was the
They want to make
actual-
sure everybody can play Last of Us.
It literally said
that's the main goal.
It said something to the effect of all games cannot run at the new higher speeds. And I was like, what?
Well, I mean,
They didn't change any architecture.
oh, well then I
It's
don't know.
still X. God, I always screw this up. It's X64, X84, 86. Which one is 32?
32-bit architecture, 64.
So X86 is 64.
Correct.
Okay, so it's still X84. So I'm like,
So it's still
How
64-bit
can
architecture.
you not? I know we're on a podcast, but how can you not?
that was the best tobacco you could get your hands on as a kid. Shannon actually watched part of it. How far did you make it?
Well, I
watched about 3 minutes before I was like, I'm gonna just keep zooming ahead so something happens.
Well,
And,
I kept because I was on YouTube when I watched it,
Yeah.
and I was just looking for like different slides, like different pictures when they would change pictures, and like I was looking at some of it. It was I don't know. I was waiting for them to be like, "This is it." Like I was waiting
Yeah,
to show
I
a
know.
picture of it.
anything.
I mean, it didn't do it. Well, it was good.
I was watching a live stream with IGN, and one of the guys was literally like their tech expert.
Oh yeah, I did watch that one.
Yeah, and he was just like, so I'm the tech expert here, and only I understood about 2% of that. And then like the rest of the people were like, come on, you were supposed to be the saving grace because we didn't get it. And he was like, I don't know what to tell you. But again, this was meant for developers. They ended up canceling on that, so then they were like, okay, hey.
Yeah.
But with that said, they made a big deal about like everyone should watch the big reveal, and then it was just like, oh, most people don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Although I did enjoy watching the Xbox One though.
Yeah. Which one did you watch?
What's his face pulling the entire system apart?
You did
and
watch
setting it
Austin?
in- Yeah,
Austin Evans?
yeah, Austin Evans. Yeah, I was gonna. It was what a 28
something like that.
28-minute video.
26 minutes. Where he showed off Minecraft and with ray tracing. Which
Yeah.
I was like, don't get me wrong, I've seen ray tracing before, but on a console, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. On a console, that's awesome. Also, like, Minecraft should not look that pretty.
It has no
it's-
reason.
It
to
has
look
no
that pretty,
reason to.
but it does.
But damn, it did look really pretty.
Which feels I have gum in my mouth, and I was like, I'm gonna throw some of this in there, and I don't know how it'll taste with gum. Sugar will be fine. Sugar, right?
Sure. I was gonna say,
Where did you actually see the actual specs? I must have skipped over it.
No, so it was it's been released after.
Oh, it wasn't on the video.
Or I should say I don't know if it was released during the video. I'm not sure because again I did not watch the whole thing.
That's super cool.
which one?
The Verge. That's where
His
I read the
design
actual.
for building characters from scratch.
Okay, that's a lot of technical jargon and stuff, but then is it Polygon then has the actual one of these just had here it is. That's what I was looking for. It's a table that literally shows you. It's 10.2 teraflops. Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
I mean, it's no 14 like the Xbox, but whatever.
That was 12.
Do what?
It was 12.
For what?
Xbox is 14.
No, it's
bitch.
14.
They said 12. I'm confused then.
Well, shit. The other thing
Even
I
in the
really think is a
IGN thing,
horrible
They
idea.
said that.
Though I think it is a horrible idea. They were like, yeah, the new Xbox is just called the Xbox. And I was just like, you guys really needed to fix that.
Here's
Yeah.
my thing. I'm a little surprised about that. Was also kind of
Here's me
No-
handing a giant middle finger to Shannon when I'm pretty sure he's right.
I swear I thought Xbox was 14
I thought that's what it said too.
14 what?
Teraflops.
teraflops.
12.
That's what he's saying.
12.
Yep, they're both right.
Okay.
Good job, sir. I got my hat to thee.
Yes, this is the podcast of phones, Corey. But by the way,
And
Corey's
Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, where the fuck are you at, asshole?
Not here.
True. I do also find it funny. Another not announcement, but thing that is rumored to be happening, but slight announcement from a different front. Sony is apparently in the works of acquiring Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania from Konami.
Hold on, what?
So Sony is buying those franchises from Konami.
For how goddamn much?
I have no idea, but
At
it's
least
it's-
$7.
But my point is, so hold on.
Not gonna be cheap.
Sony's buying Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and what?
Castlevania.
Castlevania. Okay. What does Konami have left?
Plinko machines.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's a very, very valid, lucrative point.
No, seriously though,
Yeah, they don't care about that anymore. They just want Japanese gambling machines. That's it.
buy Konami then.
Yeah.
I do think it's a smart move though, because I was telling Nick there were rumors this week.
Which
I've talked about them.
this is stemming from those. Correct.
So I've talked about these rumors a few weeks, maybe months ago, about them are talking about 2 new Silent Hill games coming out. One of those games is supposed to be Silent Hills, is actually going to be getting made. The whole thing was that Konami was like, we want to make a Silent Hill game, and we want to put it out on PlayStation, and Sony was like, we want to help you do that, but everyone wants Silent Hills, so just do Silent Hills. And they were like, we refuse to work with Hideo Kojima. So Sony went to Hideo Kojima and was like, hey, we want a Silent Hills game. We want this made. Can you come back and do this game? And he was like, I'm never working with Konami again. And they were like, we'll be the middleman. We will go between you and Konami, and we will get this fixed. And then now it sounds like they're just going to buy Silent Hills, which, again, fucking totally fine with, because that'll be what it takes, no offense, to make me buy a PS5.
I'll give you that.
I don't mean that in a bad way, but, like, the only franchise that I care about that Sony had, like, and Last of Us is supposed to be great. I haven't played it, so it's one of those, like, I have not gotten into it, so I'm not trashing their franchises. But for me, I've not played any of them, so for me, the one thing that would get me to buy a PS5 and then look into these other franchises would be Silent Hills.
Yeah.
It sounds like you make bad choices.
Well,
Shots fired.
With that said, hold on. My first PlayStation that I owned, I bought it in 2011. Or no, it was 2012. I literally only got it for Heavy Rain, and then the next year the PS4 came out. So I was like, oh. So then I didn't play the PS3 at all. And then PS4 came out, and I bought it, and I was like, oh, I'm totally going to play some games. And then I just haven't, because I didn't grow up with these franchises.
makes sense. I will also say part of the reports is that they're going to so they're wanting to buy Metal Gear, Silent Hills, Castlevania. And then Silent Hill and Metal Gear, they're just giving to Kojima Productions.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Sony.
Oh, okay.
Sony is buying these franchises, and then 2 of the franchises they're just handing off to Kojima.
I got what you're saying. I thought you were saying Konami was like, here, Kojima, please have these franchises. And I was like,
No.
hold on.
No. Yuzu. So
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Japanese lemon.
yes, it's like if a lemon
lemon.
and an orange had a baby.
Mhm.
It's a Japanese citrus, but that's a gummy for it.
Sweeter. It's sweeter than a lemon.
They're tasty.
They're really good.
I hate to say,
Mm-hmm.
but from the way I hear that,
Why are you saying?
the way Konami seems to run their business, though, I say this is probably a good thing, because to be honest, they really don't deserve these franchises. I'm sorry, Konami would not be anything without Hideo Kojima. I mean, again, I've never played a Metal Gear game, but I understand his influence and what
Oh,
he
my.
did for them.
I had caramel in it. I
Like-
wasn't expecting that.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
But it's like, you guys treated the person that made you guys big like shit. So
Well, and also it's one of those where
to the point where he left. So it's like, yeah. I'm
it's
sorry.
also one of those where they haven't really had a.
Good game.
I don't want to say they haven't had a
No.
good game, but they haven't had a great game in any of these franchises in quite some time.
Last good Silent Hill was 3, maybe Origins. Last good Metal Gear, well, technically Metal Gear Solid 5, everyone liked, but then they did.
That was
Yeah, but then they
Kojima.
turned around and I know, but I'm saying then they
Yeah.
turned around and did Metal Gear Survive. Everyone fucking hated.
yeah.
Like, it's basically like, no offense, the only things that have been successful for you guys have either been 20 years ago or had Kojima doing it. So it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but
It's a valid point.
What's really funny is that my 4th most played game on Steam is Metal Gear Survive.
really,
Why? You played that much of it?
I
like
straight up
do
was
you
waiting
s-
for him to say he
straight up
installed
enjoy
it, left it open for like 3 days.
Now I played for about 45 hours.
Did you really?
Wow.
I actually
Was it good?
The-
I didn't know. I haven't
the
played.
game sucks at the beginning because it doesn't explain anything to you.
It just says go.
Then once you figure out, because this is really stupid, is once you get the cooking pot, the game's better. Specifically that item. Because
Once you get the
'cause
shovel.
you basically just, what happens is if you don't progress quick enough to get the pot, then you just die from starvation over and over again. So once you get the pot, you're fine. Like it was actually. I think the problem with that game was everybody expected a Metal Gear game, but it wasn't.
Not a 7 Days to Die with a steep learning curve.
Correct. The controls were Metal Gear, but everything else had nothing to. I mean, okay, it did have like aspects of like Metal Gear and like some cutscenes, and they explained that and everything. But
right.
But
that was also one of those games, if I'm not mistaken, that worked kind of like Assassin's Creed. Although in Assassin's Creed it like worked out well for it, but with Black Flag, where they came to him and they were like, "Ha, great pirate game. We think it'll sell better if we market it as an Assassin's Creed game. So
Like
add
Odyssey.
in some,
Yeah.
exactly.
that's why.
So like that was a game that was okay. This is a great survival game. I think it'll sell better if we market it as a Metal Gear game. So they added some aspects.
Like they did with So hold on, maybe that's what they did with Assassin's Creed, and I didn't catch that.
So Black
So,
Flag
like-
was not an Assassin's Creed
So like
game.
what happened with New Vegas?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I
That's
didn't know that's how Black Flag came to be.
yeah.
In
Because
my opinion, that's the best fucking one.
100%.
I should
But-
say I haven't played Origins or Odyssey. Everyone else says those are even better.
I don't know. I really like
But-
Odyssey.
I
Odyssey's
thought Black
Odyssey's
Flag was
really well done.
fantastic.
Odyssey, especially if you play as the female character, it is
Sandra.
literally Xena Warrior Princess, the game that everybody wanted. Like,
I played this.
yeah, yeah. Odyssey is an amazing fucking game. I loved Origins too. Just I'm a sucker for ancient Egypt stuff though. So
Ever since the Mummy, man.
even a little bit before that, slightly.
For me, that was around. But when I saw the Mummy, I was 5, so
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it was the first time I was like, "Oh, there's other countries."
Well, no, I think my first big draw into it was the Children's Museum when they had the Egyptian exhibit. And everything like that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I like that.
I'll give you that.
But anyway, sorry, getting off track. So, yeah, buying franchises looks good.
I just really don't want to buy a PS5. And I don't mean because I don't want to buy a PS5. I just would rather have $500
I
or $400.
You know,
or
here's
however
the
many.
here's my thing. Who are we kidding? We're all gonna own all three.
I know.
Plain and simple.
I know.
My point about it
Maybe
is
not yet.
that
You're not buying a PlayStation 5?
Man, I bought a PlayStation 4, and I personally myself have probably played maybe 10 hours on it.
Okay.
That sounds like me
So
on the PS4.
Morgan's not gonna want a PlayStation 5 to play Last of Us?
It's gonna be on PlayStation 4, right?
No. Or
Last
oh,
of Us
yeah,
2
oh,
is.
my bad. It is on PlayStation. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. My bad.
Yeah, I was
My
about to
bad.
say,
Hold on.
My
With
bad.
that said,
And she's not a
in
fucking
all fairness, it's
purist
been
like us.
delayed so many times. Like, I could see it being a PS5 type, but I see where you're coming from. But yeah, no, it is PS4.
But I know.
I'm gonna buy it on PS4, and then when they remaster it on PlayStation 5, I'm gonna buy it again.
I'm
See-
gonna feel so bad if you buy this game and it's like the first time Naughty Dog just doesn't deliver on a game.
I just kill myself.
He's like oh no it's BioWare all over again.
No,
So many
that'll
great-
be part 3.
Huh?
Last of Us Part 3 will suck.
Yeah, that's true.
If they're following
That's true.
BioWare, Part 2 is gonna be the best.
That's true. Part 2 is gonna knock it out of the park, and then
This is my only
part
thing.
3 is gonna just.
I'm not commenting. This has nothing to do with Naughty Dog or Last of Us, so I'm not like saying against them. The problem that I have found with games like that, though, is okay, we built these characters that you really care about, we make you love them, and it's post-apocalyptic, and we did all this stuff, and then okay, here we are, and we're gonna make a second game, and it's gonna be in the same universe, and then you just kind of like, I really don't care.
Well, here's the thing: they forever told everybody they weren't doing another one because they're like, we're not gonna like just have a game to have a game.
Yeah.
They're like, we only want to continue this if we think there's another story to tell.
And then now they're
And then-
doing it
Correct.
Okay.
Way later. Yeah.
Well, correct. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been years.
Because
It's
that
been
came out
what,
2012, I
Yeah.
think. Is when the game
So
came
it's been
out.
8 years.
Yeah. So
How in 8 years have I not played this game?
I don't know. Joe, you can't go anywhere right now. There's
I
no
know.
time to play.
Yeah. I was gonna say everybody's locked into their houses. This is the time to actually start kicking into that back catalog.
And instead, I put another 100 hours into Breath of the Wild.
Sounds right.
How those trials going for you?
Trials are doing horrible when I'm a fourth of the way through collecting all the Korok seeds. There's 900 of those fucking things.
I will say,
I'm literally going through a checklist where it's just like go here on this map, this point in the map, go to this point in the map, and it's just 900. And I'm just like working my way through.
Whoa. I've had 3 different people in 3 different countries trying to log into my BattleNet.
What the fuck?
I don't know what is up with his BattleNet, but he he always has people trying to
I
log
know.
into
But-
his account,
but, I
and
mean-
never have people try to log into.
But
mine.
I've got the 2-factor authentication, so they don't ever get in.
Yeah.
But
No offense, but I feel like after the first time, it's most likely someone is selling his information. Like,
yeah.
Once it was sold the first time, I'm sure that people just keep selling it back and forth, which I don't know what the fuck they want. Like,
anyway, I will say, so kind of talking about.
you have an old account though. That also could be a part of it. Well,
Coronavirus.
no, because you do too.
Yeah.
My account's.
Hey, what's up, Dakota?
Hey, Dakota.
Hi, Dakota.
Hello.
But no, a lot of stuff with coronavirus. A lot of developers are doing a lot of like.
Do we need to
free
take a break
games
so
and stuff
Tyler
like that.
can clean the front of his pants real quick?
Sorry, guys. This is just.
No, you're fine, dude. I just think it's
It's a
funny.
really
They
good
thought of everything. They really did.
And that's the thing that's so like I said, like people are pissed off right now because
It's so
all
good.
the other books that have ever come out for campaign settings are not this good.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is the kind of shit they could have been doing, and they've been putting out
Well,
this stuff.
Hold on though. With that said, in all fairness, didn't Matt write this?
with an insane team of writers.
Yes.
So he
Well,
had
yeah.
he was the lead writer, and then he had James Haig, James Intracoso, and Chris Lockey all as writers for it.
But I mean, how
Yeah.
many of those people
But-
are
well-
those 3 people? Do they all exclusively work for Wizards of the Coast?
I believe
I don't
so.
know.
Because I mean, how much of this where
Research-
people are like,
pretty
"Oh, why
sure
couldn't you
Chris
guys
Lockey
do
does.
this before?" Was Matt going, "Hey,
But then
like
the
this is what
man-
fans want."
The
Well,
managing
this is what
editor
people
was
want.
Chris Perkins.
Who's Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah,
He's
again,
like-
editor though. But I'm
Yeah.
saying if Matt went through
But-
and was like, "Hey, I've been DMing professionally now for all this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is what people want." It's not. It's most likely stuff
True.
that they didn't think of.
True.
That now you
I
have
guess
a
I can kinda see that.
professional, not just
But-
somebody a writer, but someone that plays saying this is what you need.
Here's the other thing is so everybody's comparing it to this is up to par with the campaign setting books that you get in 1st through 3rd edition,
Oh,
but like 4th and 5th edition have been
They've
really
not been-
lacking. They haven't
gotcha.
been up to what their normal par is.
gotcha.
Like one of the things that they were talking about, there was one book for a setting that came out, and with that setting, there was about 20 pages of lore. That was it. There was only 20 pages of lore. This book is damn near lore. Like,
Again,
are
though,
you looking
because
at
that's
the-
what Matt specializes in.
Have you read the disclaimer?
no, I did not read the disclaimer.
The continent of Wild Mountain, all peoples within, are fictional and primarily exist to invite you and your friends into a world of exploration, imagination, and deep emotional catharsis through epic struggles and victories. We advise you to embrace failure as much as success, sadness as much as joy, and to remain vigilant when taking care of pets or animals you acquire on your adventures. Wizards of the Coast and Critical Role are not responsible for any mental trauma suffered by animal companions or domesticated fey creatures resulting from persistent danger and deadly challenges, nor are we responsible for whatever lack of passive perception might lead to a failure to notice the animal's rapid escape. So it's literally taking a dig at Bo because of Professor Thaddeus
Yeah.
and Jester because of Sprinkle.
Yeah.
All I
That's
know is
fantastic.
that just reminds me.
Fantastic.
I was playing Breath of the Wild and I was fighting 3 guardians at once, and then I hit the wrong button and I called my horse because I have a special what do they call it? Saddle and bridle on
Yeah.
him that causes it where anywhere you are, as long as a horse can be there, you can just summon them. So I literally you hit the button and they just appear in front of you, and literally I pulled him in when like shit's just exploding and blowing up, and your horses can die. So I
Oh,
literally
yeah.
like jumped onto the map, went to the whole other side of the map, loaded in, called him there, and then took him to a stable, put him up in the stable, and then went back. I was like, "Fuck, don't die! I've had you since the beginning of the game."
Get it away from me or else I'll
I know.
not participate at all.
No, so again, due to coronavirus,
Got that Rona.
a lot more free PC games coming out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like the Epic Games Store is doing their free games every week or whatever. This week's free games are a little weird. Anodyne 2, Return to Dust, A Short Hike, and Mutazion. I've never heard of any of those, but apparently they're like top-notch indie games that are like winning a bunch of awards and that kind of shit. So I don't know about that. But next week, it's going to be Stanley Parable and the original Watch Dogs.
I've not played Stanley Parable.
I haven't either, and I've been waiting for that fucking game.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to be releasing on Switch, and I was like, I'll just pick it up then.
Yeah.
Because when they release it eventually on Switch, it's supposed to have like 4 extra hours of content on it.
Oh wow!
But
that's
that
cool.
game's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be just great.
Free games on Steam. Right now they have until March 25th. Football Manager 2020. I don't know who would want to play Football Manager, but
I'd be surprised.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, that really was him.
PlayStation Plus free games right now. Sonic Forces. I wouldn't recommend my worst enemy to even download that game. But Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah, I played that a few hours the other day because I played that when it came out originally.
I love that game so much.
Never played it.
Oh
So-
my god!
so- Shadow of the
Colossus.
Colossus.
I haven't either.
Here's
Such
the,
a
again,
good
Here's
again.
the funny thing.
I was told the remaster wasn't very good though. Is it my
You're
wrong
very
on that?
good.
No, I have not played it. I'm saying I've got a couple coworkers that said they did not like the remaster as much as they did the original game. I don't know why. I don't know.
It's the same game.
Is it?
They just changed. They just now said you can have different controls for it. You can switch to like more modern controls and things. Or I don't know why you wouldn't like it. It's just a
Like I
better
said, I have
version.
no idea.
So the original game, when I got it, this was back before I understood like a lot of
PS2.
PS2. This was back before I like understood a lot of like story-driven games. This was back when I was still fairly young and wasn't really into story games. I like to play Need for Speed. I like to play, FPSs, things that weren't necessarily story-driven. And then I get dropped into this game that's literally it's nothing but story. It's nothing but you overcoming these challenges. And to this day, there is very few games on the PlayStation 2 that I can just immediately remember almost my entire playthrough. And it still holds a very, very special place in my
Do you want to hear something that's going to impress you?
Holy shit, that's
Breath of the Wild plays like a 2017 version of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, does it?
That's a
Literally-
very good comparison.
Because like I found myself killing myself almost because I was trying to play Breath of the Wild playing this game because as reverse because I said I remember I beat the whole game multiple times when I was younger, but then I've been playing Breath of the Wild lately. And then I tried playing that, and then I was like, "These controls are weird. Like, I don't remember how to jump, and like, because you're like climbing up people, and you have a stamina wheel.
Oh, okay.
But instead of it being like a wheel, it's like it's an orb that gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you can upgrade your health bar by collecting fruits, and then you can also upgrade your stamina by collecting like these black lizards with white tails. That's how you shoot them with your bow, and then you collect their tails.
And the world is just fucking beautiful.
It is.
The world's
But the
beautiful.
difference with that game though is what's unique about it is, whereas like Breath of the Wild, you have like enemies that you run into and stuff like that. The entire game is essentially just boss battle, boss battle, boss battle, boss battle, boss battle.
Oh, is
There's
that
like, there's like 9 of them, 9 Colossus or 7.
I thought there was 12.
Maybe there
Jesus.
is.
How the fuck are you supposed to kill that thing?
You have to climb up it and you have to find its weak spots.
Yeah, you gotta stab it. Yep. And by
It's a
controlling
rock.
your
It
stamina.
doesn't have any vulnerable spots.
There's a couple spots.
But then,
Some of
like,
them are literally rocks.
No,
one of
I
my
know.
favorite fights in that entire game was the giant lizard in the desert, the worm that went
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
underneath the dunes,
Oh,
and you have to
that was
like
so stressful.
you have to like ride on your horse and make it chase you, and then when it comes out of the ground to you have to turn around on your horse, and while riding your horse you have to turn around and shoot inside of its mouth to stun it, and then you have to like circle your horse back around and climb on its back and climb all the way up to its head and actually stab it somewhere before it recovers and dives underground
I
again.
just feel like I'm not good enough to play this game.
It's not easy at points.
But it's definitely
Rewarding.
this is a game that will give you a sense of pride and accomplishment.
See, everyone told me that about
Battlefront.
Bloodborne, and you know what happened with Bloodborne? I got mad and broke a controller.
Sounds about right.
That's why I wear wrist straps.
Is it that thing? That thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that it? I see he's on a horse.
I don't think so.
No,
It was more of a sand, like desert area.
but
More
Joe, you were talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Are you wanting to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
I wouldn't say no. I mean, like, No, it's one of those games that I'm like, no offense, I'm not gonna go out of my way to play it, but like,
Well, I
What
was
do
just
you
gonna say, so Ubisoft this weekend, so actually starting tomorrow until Sunday, Odyssey is free.
oh, gotcha.
So
Like
it is
just
free.
Rock solid.
Huh?
Just temporarily, or
Yeah,
Yes, literally for the
it's a
next
free to play weekend.
from 19th through the 23rd. It's free on Steam, Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox One.
Oh.
So all you have to do is go in the store, and it counts as a quote unquote trial. It's
Yeah.
just the entire game unlocked, and then you can
It's not
play
the first
it.
time they've done something like that.
Right. And then you just play it. And then if you end up buying it,
It carries over your progress.
correct, exactly. And it's on sale during that period of time as well. So if you are wanting to get into it, that's
My
another-
thing is, I really burnt myself out on Assassin's Creed. I played 1 and 2 in like 2 days. Started 3 and then got bored of 3 because I literally had 4. I already owned 4 at this point, but I was like, I'm gonna play through all of them in order. And then I just was like, I'm not even bothering with it, and I went straight into Black Flag, and then I played that for like 3 weeks straight, and then
See, that's kind of
It's
how
just
I
kinda like
burned
me.
myself out because I had never finished 2, didn't touch Brotherhood or Revelation,
I remember you played those for Extra Life.
didn't touch 3, and wanted to play 4. So for Extra Life, I finished 2, and then beat Brotherhood, Revelation, and 3 in one sitting.
And then started 4.
And then I
was just like,
started
I'm done.
4, and I was just like, I am tired of Assassin's Creed gameplay right now. And then so I stopped playing 4.
My thing
Then when I finally picked up 4 again, I played it like a regular Assassin's Creed game, so I didn't think about focusing anything on upgrading my ship. And
that's all I did.
it did an auto save at a weird spot, so I'm to the point now where I'm in a mission and I can't leave that mission because it's a required mission that you have to complete. But my ship is not upgraded enough to complete said mission, so I can't progress and I can't go back. So then I was just like,
Don't you have multiple saves?
normal people, yes. Me, no.
Oh,
So then I really like all the Assassin's Creed games. Again, let me rephrase. Again, I really enjoyed 2. 3 was all right. 4 I really liked, and I went ahead and picked it up on Switch. So now I'm actually playing it on Switch. So I'm actually going through that way and playing it, and actually runs really well on the Switch.
Thought it did. What I'd seen.
And then I didn't really play too much of what's the Unity and Syndicate. I didn't play too much of those because when I had them and I had them installed and all that stuff, every time I turned them on, they game breaking glitches the entire time. But they've since been fixed. I just haven't gone back to play them.
My thing though with Assassin's Creed was just the fact of like I played. So what year did 4 came out in 2013 or 2014?
I want to say it was like 12.
Yeah, no,
Couldn't
it
be
was
11.
I had it on Xbox One.
Yeah.
that was one of those games that released on both.
Yeah.
It was on 360 and it was on
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Didn't it release at the same time? Because what I'm saying is Xbox
No.
One wasn't out until 2013.
2012.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. 2012 for 3. October of 2013 was when it released.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it was right before the launch.
Yeah.
So they did an initial launch on 360. Okay. I was about to say okay.
But so in 2013, I was almost 2014. I went back to play the first Assassin's Creed, which again I understand in 2007 that being revolutionary. But when you play it in 2014, 7 years later, and you're going back and playing this, I was like, I do not understand what everyone loved about this because that entire game is okay. Here you go. Here's a new city. Go find all of the towers. Climb all the towers. Cool. You did that. Now go find all of the people that are like walking around and like you have to spy on them. Okay, cool. Now you killed them. Okay, cool. There you go. Good job. Let's go to the next town.
What game?
Assassin's Creed 1.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like by the 4th like city, I was just like, this is fucking stupid.
Well,
Why am
because
I
there was
doing
also a
this?
lot of really good like quality of life stuff that came in the later games that just makes everything so much better.
Correct.
And then when you go back and play it,
Correct.
it's completely different.
And that's why I was just like, I can see where this was revolutionary in 2007, but
Yeah, PlayStation 3 and 360 and Wii U got it October 29th.
I forgot that's on Wii U.
PlayStation 4 PC
Watch Dogs
and
was on
Xbox
Wii U?
One.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember
Black
that.
Ops 2 is on
Those
Wii
are-
U.
I knew
Weird
that. 'Cause
dates.
that's the only way I played it. I literally bought it on Wii U. I had a Wii U and Scott had a Wii U, and we were like, we want to play zombies together.
You
so
said
we both
that,
bought it.
and both of us were immediately like, God, I feel dirty.
I don't like Call of Duty anyway, though. So I was like, eh.
This is a little weird for me. So PlayStation 4 got it November 15th of 2013.
Yeah.
Windows got it November 19th of 2013, and Xbox One got it November 22nd of 2013.
Yeah, because
The reason for that is, I was
PlayStation
saying,
4 came out the 15th, and then a week later, Xbox One came out.
and then they released for
That makes
PC in
sense.
the middle of it.
But yeah, it's just weird that they would stagger the PC release like that though too. Like I don't know, that's
Because I remember that because everybody was coming into the store and was like, oh, cool, PS4's out. I want my Xbox One. And we were like, yeah, next week. And they were like, what do you mean next week? It came out today. And I was like, no, the PS4 came out today. The Xbox is next week. And they were like, so what am I supposed to do? I was like, come back next fucking week.
yeah, I saw that.
You all see the tag on the Minecraft homepage. Gamers unite separately in your own homes.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, yes, Dakota.
I really
The
struggle.
Assassin's Creed games actually run really well on Switch. I have 3 and 4, and both of them run beautifully. Oddly enough, I was really surprised because it was one of those games that even though it's an older game, I still
It's an
I don't-
older meeting, sir, but it checks out.
when you have a lot of enemies on screen at once, it was one of those where I was like,
What game?
how
Sorry.
4 Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Okay. What?
Uh,
You had a bunch of enemies?
when you have a bunch of enemies on screen like at once,
Yeah.
like if you run into like a crowd of
Yeah.
like 10 to 15 enemies, I was like, I don't know how the Switch is going to handle this and
Oh,
all this other stuff,
okay.
but no, it handles it beautifully.
I see
Like
what you're saying.
I can.
Yeah, I think they
I
went
can-
pretty
I-
hard with that. I think, is it 60 frame lock or is it 30?
It's
30.
30.
Yeah, it
I
is.
believe it's 30, but it's one of those where it's a consistent 30.
Yeah, it
Like-
never dips.
Yes, exactly. Like I would rather a consistent 30 and 0 dip than 60 frames and it dips.
I agree.
And like I can't even name a single time where I've actually had frame rate drops on it so far. So I'm really enjoying it. But
Yeah. It says it's locked between 30 to 27 is standard. It says it never drops below 20.
So, how about that Warzone?
Warzone is so much fun. Me and Shannon finally got my first W and his second W. Oddly enough, though,
Dope.
all of Shannon's wins have been him playing on PlayStation, not PC.
Yup.
He was,
also was having issues with it on PC, so
he has been having a lot of issues with it on PC for some reason.
See, that's weird
Really.
because ever since I updated my graphics driver, like a week
Your
ago,
processor?
it was like the day after the game launched. I upgraded my graphics driver, and I have not had any issues ever since. I had a lot of issues on day one, a lot of lagginess, a lot of frame rate spikes, all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, my
this-
game crashed multiple times on the first
I
time.
had
played
that
it.
ever since I updated my graphics card. Hasn't crashed, hasn't had any issues.
So I updated my graphics card day one of Warzone's launch,
Uh-huh.
and what
You did what?
updated my graphics card.
Updated. I
Yeah.
thought you meant upgraded, as
No,
in you bought a new
updated.
graphics card. And I was like, that was like a week ago. What'd you buy?
No,
Okay, cool.
no.
I got you.
I updated the drivers because on Warzone day launch they had new drivers available.
Maybe just buy me a new processor. This way.
There's no way.
What?
Well, I was looking at. I was wondering if his processor was what the problem was, but it says it's recommended to have a second generation i5. He has a fourth generation i5, so there's no fucking way that that's the problem.
I don't know. But no, yeah. So I updated my drivers day one. I played one game. I got through the tutorial stuff, and then I got about halfway through the tutorial where you actually play a round of Warzone with AI, and I got about halfway through that, and my game crashed. Turned it back on, and from then on, I haven't had a single issue with it. But I got really pissed off because there for a while, me and Rox were having a lot of issues with playing Warzone, or not
You're talking
Warzone.
about Corey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the hell's
playing Modern Warfare, and we were just playing like regular Modern Warfare PvP, just going, and it seemed like every 2 or 3 matches, both of us would crash. It was consistently like time where it was terrible, awful. So as soon as it happened with Warzone, I was like, fucking great. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Woohoo. And then, I had that one issue with the AI game. Got back in, redid the AI game so I could get the blueprint for I think it's a Car 98 blueprint.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's worked completely fine. Not had any issues.
Being a Car 98. Got a lit headshot and somebody going like
dirty.
100 miles an hour in a buggy in the middle of the city, and I just domed him out of the car with the Car 98.
No, it was a cargo truck.
Oh, it was a cargo truck, yeah.
Because we were up on the top of a roof and we heard this car driving through the city, and I had my M4 with 60 round mags. I was just about to ask, are we gonna shoot? And I just hear Shannon. I'm like, okay, we're shooting. And so I popped up and just started emptying the whole magazine into this car. And right as he's about to go around the corner, I run out. And so I go to reload. Shannon pops up, fires again, and you just see the guy just pop out of the vehicle on the ground.
Jeez.
Just basically like just pooped him out of the car as he was like drifting around the he's like he just got left.
That's
What
hilarious.
was the mode on Halo where you...
SWAT?
Yes.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
You
I know
the story
exactly what
I'm
you're talking about. It was a variation of Oddball, I believe.
It's called Juggernaut? Is that Juggernaut? Or is that something?
Yeah, no, it was Juggernaut.
Okay.
It was Juggernaut, and whoever was the Juggernaut was invisible.
Yes. So we were playing this. It was Halo 1. We were playing at our mom's house.
Joe's
it was for
birthday.
my birthday. So the whole thing was when we were kids, for my birthday, I was allowed to have a friend over. Nick was allowed to have a friend over. So it was 4 of us, because I think it was Joe Armstrong.
Yep.
It was Joe Armstrong, you, Luke Winningham,
Yes.
and me.
Yep.
And my buddy Luke got on there and was so excited. He kept getting mad and was like,
well, I was gonna say we're doing well. No, it wasn't 4-player split screen. It was 3-player split screen because
4-player.
But we didn't have a 4th controller. We only played 3, and then whoever had the lowest swapped out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So whoever had the lowest score was swapping. So it was usually me and Joe swapping.
Yeah.
But no.
Well,
so,
no, Luke was.
Actually, no. I take it back. It was. Yeah, it was back and forth between the 3 of us. Joe Armstrong played every single game. But anyway.
Anyway, the point was, my friend the whole time was just like getting pissed because he couldn't kill anybody.
Crowded around a 16-inch TV, mind you.
Yeah.
Split screen Halo 1.
But he was getting pissed because he couldn't kill anybody. He finally killed Joe Armstrong. Was Juggernaut and was invisible. Was so excited. He was like, "Oh, I'm fucking excited! You guys aren't gonna be able to kill me now." Jumped in a warthog and just starts driving through Blood Gulch. And then Joe Armstrong with a pistol up in the canyon literally just went boom and just shot him right out of the side. And he was like, "How'd you see me?" And he was like, "You got in a fucking warthog. Like
You got into a vehicle.
the
It doesn't make the
driver's side.
vehicle. It doesn't make the vehicle invisible.
He was so pissed."
No,
You shoot that guy out of the car.
No, I
know that yet.
no, I will say, when me and Shannon got our W though, that was a game where we should not have won it, but we had some damn good clutch revives.
Oh, yeah. You were like conga line and that stuff. Like somebody would get down, somebody was gonna revive that person, and then who was on guard got down, and then the other person would revive somebody.
Yeah,
and
no, it just on a fucking loop. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, I played a match of solos right before when I got on because Shannon was in the middle of the game. So I played a round of solos, and
Round solo.
I had this
stupid question. Solo is just not teams, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I had this one guy, so I did really good as soon as we dropped in. I landed on an assault rifle and an MP7 both. Just started rounding the corners and just destroying people. But when I walked out of the first housing section where I dropped in, I already had 4 kills. And I'm running across military base because that's where the circle's going. And I stop at a buy station. I buy my loadout crate. I buy my self revive because at this point I already had over $10,000. Get my loadout, and I'm sprinting across. And I see this one guy, and he's driving in a car. And I take a couple pot shots at him. I don't hit him, but he stops and gets out of the car, and I'm hiding behind a little house. He's hiding behind his vehicle, and we're just exchanging shots. He moves over to like this big, looked like a, looks like a caltrop, but it's sitting on the runways at military bases, like those giant concrete things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And so we're literally sitting back and forth, just exchanging shots, missing each other, and playing the dance. At one point, he gets a good hit on me in the chest, breaks my armor. So I step back behind it, and I'm like shoving the armor plates in real quick, and I'm like, okay, I know he's probably going to try and push. He's going to try and push. I rounded the corner, started shooting at him. He got the drop on me, broke my armor, and knocked me. But it's solos. I should have been dead immediately. He should have noticed that. I started using my self-revive. This guy literally sprints right up to me on the ground, and he's putting armor plates in. And I don't think he realized that it was solos, so I was self-reviving. Because I sit there, and I get the whole self-revive off. I stand up when he's in the middle of the animation of shoving an armor plate in his vest, unload my whole magazine into him, kill him, and walk away. Priceless. And
That's
then,
insane.
not like 2 seconds later,
But for everything else, there's MasterCard.
Then like 2 seconds later got bodied by another person.
Of course. So,
Something just got announced.
okay.
Remedy's releasing new DLC for Control. It's called Awe. Alan Wake expansion. They're bridging Alan Wake and Control.
That's an odd
Launches sometime around
combination.
June 25th on all systems.
June 25th.
Sorry, I just saw
No,
that.
no
I know
problem.
you were a big fan of Alan. I think it was you that was a big fan.
Yeah.
I loved it too, but
I like the first one. I didn't like, what was it, American Nightmare?
because they didn't do it, it wasn't Remedy.
No, yeah.
It's the third fucking party. Doom comes out in 2 days.
Yes, it does. I am about halfway through my current playthrough of Doom 2016. Everybody here's played Doom, right?
I've played it. I've not beaten it.
I'm beating him.
I'm
have
at
not.
No, I
Oh, I was like, you of all people. I
No,
feel like
no,
I've
no.
had to beat this.
Yeah.
trying to be as vague as possible so there's no spoilers or anything. But I'm at the point now where I just returned to Mars.
Oh, okay.
So
I think I'm still in hell.
yeah, I just finished that.
Okay, I'm at the final fight of that, so I'm.
Oh, so you're about where I'm
you're
at.
is when
Yeah.
I stopped playing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I didn't like. It was there
Oh,
was like
yeah, no.
8 things that come out at the same time,
Yeah.
and I was bouncing back and forth.
I do find it funny. I also got an update because it's on. It is on Game Pass right now, and so 2016 is. So I jumped on and started playing that last week to try to go through and do it.
I know. That's not.
Um,
that can't be the actual thing.
Which, by the way,
I'm sure
I
it's not.
misspoke last week. I said that I've been playing that, and there's an achievement for the month of getting 100 kills with a shotgun.
Mhm.
It's not 100 kills with a shotgun. It's 100 explosive kills with barrels. So you have to shoot a barrel and get 100 kills with barrels throughout the game, which was a little bit more difficult, but honestly not very. I kind of had it set in my mind that I wanted to do this, so I was like focusing on trying to get explosive barrel kills. But I finished it before I entered hell. So
Have you guys seen the new PlayStation Vacuum?
the PS5, yeah. I just saw it when you were showing him.
It's so funny.
I pictured it on the internet for like months.
Well, fuck you, Shannon.
You know, that's probably why they didn't release a picture of the console.
That's what he's assuming. Is because he's assuming when all the like test footage went out, it was just like, oh fuck, we gotta rebuild this, guys. It's like Sonic. It's like shit.
Everyone hates it. We need to redesign it.
God, why
Yeah,
did
but at
I
least
not...
this time, hopefully nobody goes bankrupt and out of business trying to fix it.
Talk about a game I said if it ever was remastered, I would buy it day one and I would play it. Did you end up picking up Medieval?
Yeah, it's sitting right over here.
I played it.
No. I picked it up.
I was like, if they ever remaster that, I said that'll be the game that'll get me to buy.
I picked it up because at GameStop on Black Friday was what, 15?
It was a little cheap.
Like it was like 15, maybe 20 at most.
I need to fucking play it. 'cause it looks
And so I was like,
fantastic. Have you played it
"Yep,
yet?
I'm up
Is
here."
it good?
No,
Does it hold up?
Oh yeah, no, it's still
It's
it's
medieval.
It's
I
still
wanna
fun,
play it
yeah.
so
Yeah.
bad. That game was so much fun.
It's like
back in the
Spyro.
day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I bought that trilogy the other day.
I bought it on
a couple of weeks
Switch,
ago.
and I am not happy with it.
Really?
Yeah, I ended up rebuying it on PC because I was like, I am not happy with it.
Really?
So on Switch, have you played it on Switch at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it works really well the majority of the time, but if you get too much going on at once, it starts having frame rate issues. And the problem is that in a game where it's literally like, what would you call that? A brawler, I guess.
It's a platformer.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
3D platformer.
When you
But-
have
but-
enemies coming at you and you have to be very precise on where you can hit,
Yeah.
you can die very quickly because it screws up frame rate. Then you end up running into the enemy, not on top of them, or
Yep.
like. And then
Well,
also
and
it's got
also-
the
and
flight
also-
simulator modes where it's like, oh, you gotta like fly through this mode in like 2 minutes and then like hit all of the objectives. You'll be like coming up and then it'll be like, oh, there's 3 trains coming through, and those 3 trains make the entire thing slow down. So then like frames are going like this, and then you can't aim, and then it's like, well, I fucked that up because it drops frames.
Or like if you're trying to jump on a very particular small ledge and
Yeah.
you're going for it, like you're missing stuff again because of frame rate drops.
Yeah, where it's just like.
Which really sucks because that was one game that I was like, this is like perfect for the Switch.
I know.
3D
I was like-
platformers are amazing on the Switch.
But I was like, how did we not,
Ukulele is
like-
amazing on Switch.
I need to beat that, and I need to beat Impossible Lair because I own them both.
Impossible Layer is a side-scrolling one though.
Yes.
It's not a 3D platformer.
They were like, "Hey, we want to make a sequel, but we don't want to make a direct
Oh.
sequel, so let's do something different." With
Also,
it.
Dead Cells
Dude.
is on sale right now a lot on
Supposed
the
to be really
eShop.
good. I haven't played it yet.
It's hard as shit, but it's good.
Did you see? Or did you have something? I couldn't tell if you were saying. God, I gotta remember the name of the game now. It's got
Mario.
a weird name.
Jenga.
Super Smash Brothers. That's what it's called. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Faria.
Faria.
Faeria. Would you say that's Faria?
Faria.
Like,
Yeah.
It's a another Magic Hearthstone card
Oh,
game
okay.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's roguelike. Apparently, like everything starts like, okay, here, like draw, like it's mostly drafting, where it's like, here, make your deck and then go. But the actual like game map,
Mm-hmm.
that's the board. So it's all hexagonal, and you can literally
Oh.
go wherever. So it literally is, here's a bunch of hexagons. You put your cards as you're going. You move down however you want to go through. But as you put stuff, it changes the terrain. So like you can be like, oh, I'm gonna put this here, and then now there's a giant cliff here, so that the enemy can't come through. That way they have to go around now, and like, so it's not just like straight lanes where
Interesting.
what's that other game?
Like Hearthstone and
Yeah, but there's one game
Legends.
specifically, Legends, where it's very like, here's the lanes, and it's
Yeah.
it's now almost.
I
like
mean, Elder Scrolls
3D
Legends
style,
is 2
like-
lanes.
Correct, but I'm
But-
saying like this is
Yeah.
20 lanes essentially.
That's interesting.
So it's a very cool new take on it, and that comes out in March, so this month. I also want to play Exit the Gungeon. That looks really good. That got announced this week.
I never played Enter the. Did anybody here play Enter the?
I did not beat it, but I've played it. I played it with a buddy over at his house. I'd never even heard of it. He was like, "You ever seen this game?" And I was like, "What is it?" He threw it in, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I will
It's really
say
fun. It is very hard because there is no, at least unless he was skipping shit because he had been playing it before. There was no tutorial or anything.
no, it could be.
So like I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So the whole game was him telling me like, "Well, get this, and then it does this, or pick this up, and then you get this item," or like. So like I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but it was fun.
I will say the other day, what was it, Friday, when we were hanging out drinking and shit, I almost hooked my Switch up to the TV and picked up Rico because Rico's on sale right now.
Oh.
And I was like,
What is Rico?
you
I
and
remember that.
Corey would have a fucking blast with that game.
What is that game? I know.
That's
That's
the
the one.
cops one.
That's the one like
Oh,
you
yeah,
bust
yeah,
through the
yeah,
doors
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That's like it's kind of like a Resident Evil terrorist hunt.
Yeah.
Or not Resident Evil, Rainbow
Number
Six.
6. I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
why
what
I
are you
said Resident
talking
Evil.
about?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Terrorist Hunt. Oh, speaking of Resident Evil,
Are we gonna get an actual new Resident Evil game that's not what the
Yeah,
new one is?
First of all, 3 looks fucking amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
The 3 remake.
I haven't seen that.
It looks fucking amazing.
We've talked about it.
The demo comes out.
Wait, hold on.
Tomorrow.
Hold on. Stop everything.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I was reading this and talking at the same time. Did I say Rainbow Six? Because that's what I meant to say.
You said Resident Evil.
Okay, that's what I know about Resident Evil 3. Now
Okay.
I know what we're talking about.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
Yes.
now we're on the same page.
I was gonna say like we
I
we
want
talked
a
about this
good
last week.
Rainbow Six.
With
game.
storyline. Yes.
Not necessarily even story, but like
No,
Take me back to the
the
Vegas days.
No, before that, I want to go back to Rogue Spear days.
Yeah. 100%.
Like,
I want
love
Rogue Spear
missions
and
where it
Raven
was,
Shield.
hey, this is what's going on. Terrorists have, taken so and so hostage and are threatening to blow up this building. You have to find a way to get in and get out. And it was just very, okay, I plan everything out. I'll spend an hour coming up with plans of this team goes here and does this. You guys get hostages. This team will come over here. Okay, now run it. And then you can switch back and forth between teams. And, like, that shit was fun back on PC back in the day.
Yeah, 100%.
missed
Honestly, Rainbow Six 3, Raven Shield, and
That's what I thought you were saying was getting remastered. And I was like...
No. Resident Evil 3. Which
looks
that demo
fucking
goes
fantastic.
live tomorrow.
I need to fucking download it.
Yes, the demo okay.
Whoa.
That's
That's all, folks.
Piss off, Luke. No, Capcom today. Come on, you know this. Come on,
Leave it to the fucking Bruners.
come on.
This is killing me.
In the immortal words of Porky Pig. Piss off, Luke.
All I can think of is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Is it?
It's the opening
Oh, I
scene.
didn't think that was.
Yes.
Okay. I was
It's when
gonna
he's doing
say
the
it, and I was
voiceover
like,
work
that's
for
not
the
right.
bird, and he
Okay.
refuses to do the smoking.
Okay.
Anyway, no, so
So I knew it further on, but I was like, that's not right. Don't say it.
no, what are we talking about? Resident Evil.
There's our 3 demo launching tomorrow.
They Capcom released a trailer this morning. They're doing a demo for that tomorrow, and then next week they're doing the beta for
Resistance.
yes, Resident Evil Resistance has a beta that goes live next week. And then
Really?
yes,
I'm
beta
still
for
waiting to see what that actually is.
it
Have they shown more? I've seen the original trailer, but I don't know what it is.
so it is
Dead, kind of?
Asymmetric. So one person is the bad person, and 4 people are the survivors.
Oh, so it's like Evolve or one of those games.
it's Left 4 Dead PvP, basically. But it's not first person like Left 4 Dead is.
Yeah.
It's
Third person.
isolinear.
Is that what Evolve was?
It's the same kind of perspective as Diablo, but less far back.
Oh.
So it's above and to the
So it's
side.
like behind the shoulder. Like over here.
like
not not on the ground up here.
you don't so it's not like you're going like this.
Correct.
It's you're going like this and you're seeing this person come over here and then the camera follows and then this person moves around and then it
Gotcha.
comes over this way and your camera follows. Like it's
Gotcha.
yeah. But it looks really good. But because of that, Capcom is running a sale right now on Humble Bundle. They have a Capcom bundle. If you buy the bundle, at least at the $1 mark, all of the stuff that you have to play the game multiple times in multiple stupid difficulties and blah 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 in Resident Evil 2 to get unlocks. So Fourth Survivor, Tofu, and there's like 3 or 4 other ones.
Infinite ammo.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. You get unlocked right off the bat. You get a key for that to unlock that. But like if you do the full bundle, it comes with pretty much every single Resident Evil game except for Resident Evil 2. But you get a coupon for 50% off of Resident Evil 2, which it's currently 30% off. So with that coupon plus the current 30% that's going on right now, it ends up bringing Resident Evil 2 down to $10. So it's like not a bad
Question.
PC.
You said it comes with all the Resident Evil games. Does it have dead aim?
No, it does not have dead aim. It has so it's let me make sure.
And it doesn't have Code Veronica. So.
I think it has the Code Veronica remaster.
While you're looking that up,
For PC?
Hold on.
While you're looking that up,
Yes.
Tappers had to close.
Yes.
So to keep everyone like from going insane,
Yes.
the guys are doing. One of the guys is doing a run on Twitch where he's gonna beat all of Mario 64 in one sitting.
Wow.
So he's just sitting at Tappers by himself playing Mario 64.
That works.
Isn't that where you
so,
kicked my ass in GoldenEye? Was that you that did
All
that?
your asses.
Yeah. I was
Fuck
gonna say, he
you.
annihilated all of us. So it's not a Resident Evil bundle; it is a Capcom bundle. So you get for $1, you get Strider, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Resident Evil Revelations 2, and Resident Evil 2. All of the in-game rewards, which all the in-game rewards consists of Fourth Survivor, Tofu Survivor, costumes, bonus weapons, model, and concept art. Then, if you pay more than the average, which currently is $10.93, you also get Mega Man X Legacy Collection, Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, Resident Evil Revelations 2 Complete Season, half off of Resident Evil 2 coupon, and half off of Devil May Cry 5 coupon. Then $20 or more, you get Mega Man 11, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Resident Evil HD Remaster, and Dead Rising 4. So like,
How much is Devil May Cry 5 going for on PC right now?
On Steam?
so again, no. So
No, I'm asking him. Does he want to know what the Steam price is?
Well,
or-
the coupon is for Humble Bundles store. So let me look at Humble Bundles store.
Borderlands is half off right now. Rainbow Six Siege is $7.
Welcome to Siege. Devil May Cry 5 is currently $31.99 on there right now because it's 20% off. So half of that, you're looking at $16 for Devil May Cry 5.
I already own it on Xbox. I was just gonna see if it was like really cheap.
Is that regular price or why does that seem so low?
What?
Valve Index is only $4.99.
Valve Index.
That's what they replaced the Vive with.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
Version of the Vive.
I don't know. Animal Crossing New
Index is
Horizons
only
is
500?
60.
Do what?
Index is only 500.
That's what I'm saying.
It's probably just the headset.
That's
probably
what it
does-
is,
Probably,
but-
okay, I was saying
Okay,
probably doesn't
that's
include
yeah.
the,
So
the
it does not include the
controllers.
houses or the controllers. Yeah. So it's $1,000 if you want everything.
Yeah,
That's why I was
that
like-
sounds more.
Yeah.
more
That's
like
why I was like, what the
Index.
fuck? The base stations are $150 each.
So on a Humble Bundle, you can buy a digital code for Animal Crossing New Horizons.
I'm just gonna
Cool.
buy it at work.
Holy shit, Mordhouse, $17.
I'm gonna get it for 45.
How
at
do you
work.
play that game again? It was
It's
fun.
That
so
game
much
was
fun.
a lot of fun.
Payday 2 is 79 cents.
I wonder if it's been updated.
But it has a lot. I know they've
Yeah.
added a bunch of maps. They added all kinds of stuff.
New weapons and shit.
Why does this
I
look?
remember-
Stellaris
saying that.
Federations is 20% off on Humble Bundle. It's only $15.
This looks like the claw on the big like metal thing in Incredibles.
Oh yeah, the weird ball thing.
Yeah, where it's like
Jedi Fallen Order is only
it
35.
spins and he like grabs it and like shoots through the thing. and rips it
Oh,
apart.
Penis Simulator is 15.
Nick's favorite
Dollars?
game.
Yeah.
Nick's favorite game.
Oh, that's not the game I'm thinking of. What's,
Conan Exiles.
No. Oh, okay. What was
Oh, you
Genital Jousting?
Genital Jousting, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That's an amazing
Nick's
fucking
other
game.
favorite game.
Genital Jousting
That
is an
game's
amazing
fun.
fucking game.
That game.
It's
is
actually really
hilarious.
fun.
This thing is fucking cool.
What?
So are you playing Warzone with us later?
Like full on.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Locks it
Are you
in.
playing Warzone later?
Adrian's got to go to bed at a decent. Ultimate Chicken versus $5.
I'm gonna once we're done here, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna hang out
I
with
may
Morgan
pick
for a
that
little
up.
while,
I'm dead serious.
and then I'll be online.
Who's Morgan?
Keep talking to nobody explodes at 7.
I really want to get Ultimate Chicken Horse, but I have no one to play. Like, if I'm going to play the game, you guys all already have it. So I'm like, I don't see a point in me buying.
We can play it like online together.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought it was all local.
No, no.
What?
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Horse.
You don't know local? Oh my
Oh my
god, he
God.
wasn't here when we all played it.
Okay,
Oh, man.
okay. After the podcast, we'll play one round of Ultimate Chicken
It's
Horse.
not
Just so you
it's
see.
very quick.
It's really quick.
Very quick.
It's really
5
quick.
minutes. Is
It's a
Yeah.
platformer where you're trying to get from A to B, but you're also trying to kill everybody with the traps that you place without killing yourself.
Sounds like a fucking blast.
Oh,
It's so much fun.
It's one of the
when
best
it gets
party
to
games
the
I've
end,
ever played.
you're just because it's literally like 4 runs.
Well,
Oh,
it is.
one
Let's wrap this up and go play then.
Okay, I'm down.
last
I mean,
thing.
we're at an hour and 3 minutes, so.
I just wanted to say, I talked to you. I finally learned the name of the game. Quantum League is the game that I was telling you about, where it is 10-second rounds, 5 rounds.
Yes.
It's coming to Switch.
Nice.
It got
Nice.
announced yesterday for Switch.
Nice. That game does actually sound pretty
It
interesting.
looks interesting. I think it would be a tough learning curve,
Yeah.
but it looks fun.
but, yeah.
Do you remember that one I was talking about? Yeah.
Oh, by the way, because I keep forgetting, Joe, that's your 4-day pass from Gen Con 2019. Shannon, that's your 4-day pass from Gen Con 2019.
Why didn't I have it?
Because I let you back. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, because people were borrowing.
Because I was
stuff.
you,
Oh,
I was
that's right.
Shannon and Morgan was you for a day.
Yeah,
I remember
That's what
that.
it was.
Or no, I was you for one day. Morgan was you for the second day, and then I was you for the second day.
I had a manager that went through and was using a buddy's badge, and he went in and was trying to buy something, and he walked up and was like, "Hey, like, yeah, here's my card." And they're like, "Oh, cool. Do you have a card with your name on it?" And he was like, "Yeah." I guess I don't. Hey, Brett, can you come buy me this thing? Because I don't have my wallet on me.
Yeah, there was one booth that refused to sell anything to Skylar one year because he had Adrian's badge, and they were like, "Okay, the last names match, but I still can't accept this."
I'd be like, "Look, hold the fuck on. Clearly, I stole the badge to get in here. You didn't get paid off that money. I'm trying to give you money here. Do you not want it or not?"
Yeah, realistically.
I mean, fuck off. You're not like administration here or
100%.
something. Like,
Even then, at that point, I'd just be like, if they don't want to fuck around with it, I'd be like, okay. Turn around and be like, you, buy me this. I'll send you money right now. Venmo. What's your
Yeah.
Venmo?
well, that's why you go in a group where it's just like, oh, hey, I'll put money in your account. Just buy this.
Yeah. So
cool.
anyway, but yeah, was there anything anybody else was wanting to talk about?
Not on the podcast. But
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I just
Also-
went upstairs.
Did I give you the Google Home that Joe told me to give you?
Google Home? No, you
Chromecast?
give me a Chromecast.
Oh, so what was the Google Home?
It was anybody. It's you or
okay.
him or Tyler or anyone that wanted it.
Whoever wants it.
He just
Is it a
specifically
mini?
said he wanted, yeah. He specifically asked for a Chromecast, so I said he could have it. But honestly, that was what I was using until I bought my HomePod, but I have a HomePod, so I don't need it.
Right.
So
I don't have anything that's Alexa enabled anymore, but now I have my soundbar and all that, which is Google Home. So
Yeah.
this will
There you go.
work better. More unified.
But anyway, yep. So till next week, please don't get coronavirus. But
That's Nick.
I said
that's Tyler. I see what we're doing.
I was getting that's Joe.
And I guess that's Shannon.
Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna play Ultimate Chicken Wars.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw